Okay, so we're gonna record this. Oh, I say we, and I'm the only one you're gonna see. But my mom is in the room with me, and we're going through um clothes that I'm keeping or getting rid of, and I'm keeping that, and it can go right there. Okay, so it's a very dismal day. It is the 7th of November, and I have been feeling crappy since I woke up, but not nearly as crappy as I could have. Those are definite keepers. Oh my gosh. This girl, which I thank you, I don't remember your name, and I apologize for that. I need to try those on. I don't think I fit into them anymore, but I want to try. My hips, like, I didn't know my hips could get bigger and wider. Those can be yours, Mom. I have enough black pair. It's a bright red pair of
skinny pants.
Those I need to think about. A bright red pair of you're going too fast. Again, she whispers. She's always too fast. I know I'm multitasking again. It's kind of ridiculous, but I wanted to say that I'm doing my best to survive the season, and I've been doing pretty good. Some of the days have been harder than others, and I haven't had a super, I haven't had a day where I felt like, oh, this is like definitely one of those days that's about surviving the season. But today is one of those days. It's super, super gray. Yesterday was a big push physically, and I was emotionally like all over the place all day long, which was amazing. I felt like I got just enough of myself out, but at the same time, like, I reined myself in when I absolutely needed to. Today, I don't even want to talk about the challenges that I started off with, but one of my children sent me a text and said, "Love you, Mom." And it's just such a simple little thing, but it's so huge, and I'm pretty sure I know which child it was. But it doesn't really matter. I love each of you so, 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 so much. Like, so much. And of course, I text back, but I want to record it here too, that I mean it. When I say I love you a bazillion, I love you a bazillion. I don't care whether the words that come out of my mouth are actual numbers or not. Like, it's a big deal. It's a lot of love. And I'm so glad that I'm your mom. And I'm so glad that you are my child. Even though I do not spend nearly enough, I mean, it breaks my heart how little time I've had with you in your life. But anyway, I'm determined to survive the season for you and me and everybody. And it's one of those great days. I was very, very sure I was going to be discouraged today, and I was trying to figure out, what do I need to do to like shift my thoughts and figure out, what emotions want to be experienced or expressed and get out of my system and blah, 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 blah. And then I got that text and I was just like, oh, it just doesn't feel so gray anymore today, and that's a beautiful thing. And I love you. And those are definite keepers. I think you know that already, but they're hideous. They're like these orange. Oh, My mother loves them because they're color therapy, but it's not my style. And but they're like this thin, wonderful material that just like feels so comfortable, and when it's hot and stuff, they're the perfect pants to wear that are just like kind of flowy, and they're house pants. Definitely house pants for me. Other people can wear bright orange with polka dots, and well, I guess they're not bright orange, but they're like a salmon color. It doesn't matter. I feel so blessed. Oh my gosh. And that reminds me, I totally wanted to share. I'm sorry, Mom. I know I told you I was going to go through all that, and I went through a chunk of it, and I will go through more, but I just, when it's like fast like that, even if I weren't recording anything, I would still be like, Jiminy Christmas, you know, there's so much movement and thought process, and no, it's okay. I'm apologizing to you and saying thank you for being understanding. She's like, do you need me to go? No, that's not. Okay, so speaking of blessings, I love the days when I'm able to make it between the bedroom and the bathroom. Yes, unfortunately, I am going to acknowledge and admit, and I do my best to accept the reality that on occasion I use a bedpan. Which is one of the things, the hospitals were so rude when I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I need a bedpan, and they were like treating me like trash, because as if I like want to use a bedpan, like as if I'm like, oh, I think that's a cooler way to go. Gosh, you know, I just enjoy the feeling of using a bedpan so much more than a regular toilet. Please, please. Jerks, complete jerks. Anyway, so, and this is a big deal, because after a day like yesterday with as much physical push as there was, and if you want to check out yesterday, my kids were watching this someday, it's appointment day 1, appointment day 2, love you, and for Jamie, part 1 and through 4. Yes, 4. So, so yeah, as much as it was challenging physically, like there are days where I come home and I cannot physically get up and go, you know, the 20, I'm not going to do the math. It's a little challenging right now. The 20 feet or whatever to the bathroom, and to be able to do the doors and do the lid and sit upright as long as it takes, which unfortunately now sometimes it takes a while. It's like weird. Sometimes it's like, gotta go now or else. And then other times it's like, okay, I knew I needed to, but like, what am I, 87 instead of 37? Like, this is just so odd. But so, long story, totally unnecessary that I'm explaining, because I could have just said, I found the socks. But no, bear with me. So, my mom had a sack of my clothes, clean laundry that I guess I had been sleeping or something when and so they were like right outside my door, and just having that beep go off a second ago, like my body is, I'm really sensitive, but I'm doing better than I anticipated, because I was able to make it to the bathroom, and I'm incredibly grateful. Lots of pain, and it took a long time getting there and back, but I did it. And because I don't use a bedpan unless I need to. Thank you very much, stupid, idiotic hospitals. Rogue Regional. If you're in Medford, Oregon, and you need to go to the hospital, don't go to Rogue Regional unless you have someone there with you, and you know, you don't have any reasons as to why they would treat you like garbage. Like, I found out afterwards that like gums bleeding is like a sign of drug addicts, like heroin or something like that. Um, there were a bunch of different things that I was experiencing and that I was not experiencing. I wasn't able to speak, and so and I they weren't they anyway. Don't go to Rogue Regional. In fact, out of all the hospitals that I went to during that period of time, I would say that Ashland is the best. So even if you're in Medford, if you have any possible choice, go to the Ashland Hospital. But it still wasn't. They wouldn't look at the fact that I was losing my handwriting. They wouldn't look at, they wouldn't listen to me when I was telling them that the other hospitals had treated me poorly and misunderstood and were misdiagnosing me as anxiety only. So anyway, that's just a tidbit. So I'm trying so hard to focus on this simple little thing, but I wanted to say thank you to Bhumika in Chicago. I believe you're in Chicago. Thank you. In fact, I think I'll send this to you if I still have your phone number and everything. So in October 2015, I went to the Parliament of World Religions, and it was amazing. It was so incredibly amazing. And there was this, oh no, I've forgotten what it's called. Oh, that's so sad. But that's okay. I have documentation, so I'll just like scroll through my Facebook and find it. But there's this free meal that the Sikhs were providing for people in the Salt Palace in Salt Lake City, Utah. And it was so amazing and beautiful and fantastic. And it was my first day attending. I believe it was my first day, or was it my second day? It was my second day. Whatever. I ended up, my body started shutting down, locking up. It was bad. I got incredibly cold. It was one of those times where my body wanted to eat, but wasn't ready to eat and handle like everything rushes into my stomach sometimes, like it's like I don't have enough to keep me, like if it's too cold or if I've given too much. And I had danced with Shiro's that day or the day before. I think it was that day. I can't even remember the order of how things were, but I documented quite a bit, so hopefully I could recreate that if anyone wanted to know specifics or whatever. But Bhumika is this amazing human being, and she lent me her socks, and she ended up giving them to me because I was like, as the EMTs were taking me away, I was like, wait, your socks, like I don't want to take your socks. And she's like, no, you can keep them. And like it just she stayed with me, and so that I wasn't as scared, because this was before, I mean, things had got yeah. It was a beautiful thing. Well, I went to the hospital. It didn't help very much, but they helped enough, and at least they didn't treat me like crap. And then I had forgotten my shoes, because everybody needed to take their shoes off while they were doing it. And so I went back and ended up seeing her. And it was her birthday. And she was like so grateful that she had had a chance to serve someone on her birthday. So like I had been a blessing and a gift to her, she said, which was amazing. Anyway, I kept the socks. I put a big B on them for blessings and for Bhumika. And then I wear them when I'm feeling like really extra like alone and stressed or whatever, which really only has happened like a few times a year. But it's just amazing. And I found them today, and I feel so much better with my kids texting me and my blessing Bhumika socks on. Like, I'm ready for this day. going to survive this season. Oh, yeah, baby.